Welcome to the first edition of the Cocktail Crusader. This is the COVID-19 special production. And dire times, we have got to come up with things to do. So what I'm going to show you is how to make a classic cocktail, specifically the Manhattan. There are right ways and wrong ways. And there's my way, which would fall into the right way. And then if somebody else wants to do something else, that's great. Everybody's entitled to the wrong opinion. So let's get everything together to make this fantastic traditional Manhattan. First thing you need to do, get the cocktail shaker ready because you got to have a receptacle for the booze. So let me show you a couple examples. The first one, I have a sous chef bartender. Where did the little miniature cocktail shaker go?
Right here.
Okay, thank you. Okay, appreciate that. So this shaker right here, do we use this shaker for making cocktails? We don't. This is a toy. This is if you're going to give a cocktail to your cat, you might make that, and I don't think your cat would be very happy when the last thing you want to do is cross a cat. Okay, so pretty kitty, we're going to put that container to the next side. What I would suggest is making these at volume. If your friends come over, one Manhattan at a time, it's okay. Not going to make as many people happy as if you could make 4 to 6 Manhattans in this vessel right here. So we'll take the top off, and you'll see that it's empty. No tricks in here. I feel like I'm a magician. Okay, so now we've got to fill it up with stuff. So if we're going to make a Manhattan, key ingredients to the Manhattan. People use rye or bourbon. We're going to use Buffalo Trace. It's a value play. Tough economic times now. The Buffalo Trace, very drinkable. We don't want to drink fancy stuff in a Manhattan because we're going to be mixing it up. Okay, so we'll put that kitten to the side. And then we have to say, oh, we got to get some sweet vermouth. I'm out of my favorite. My favorite is Antique Formula. But I can't go to the store because I don't want the Corona. Okay, oh, Cooper, just leave the, my cameraman is 7 years old, so you'll have to give him a break. Watch out, it's dangerously close to the edge there. Tucker, do you want him? Oh. Tucker, can you help him? Drop the peanuts and help a brother out. Okay, we have brothers working. We have Cooper, who's 7 years old, Tucker, who's just turned 15, and coincidentally, it's their first day on the job. Do you see where it's hanging over the book?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Oh, no, the other one, the front. See how it's sliding? It's going to fall forward.
It's gonna break the floor.
You know what? I got a one-handed cowboy situation with you holding the peanuts.
Yeah.
Okay,
Restart.
so I've got this sweet vermouth here. I try to pronounce it, but I can't. I just picked it up. So Antique Formula is what I prefer, but I'm going to use this. And hey, you know what? I find it okay. I find it a little sweet, so you got to put a little less in there. The next thing I like to put in there is this orange curacao. I also like to pronounce it Kuroko, depending on how I'm feeling. So we're just going to put a little bit of that in. And what you have now is your alcohol. And wouldn't be a Manhattan without some bitters. I'm going Peugeot's bitters. We could use the Angostura bitters. We could use orange flavor. Whatever you want. I'm just going to use these bitters for this one. We have some other ingredients I'll put in there in a minute. So here's my question for you. Do we put the ice in or do we put the booze in?
Ice.
Ice.
Wrong, children. You don't put the ice in. You put the ice in, then you put the booze in. It melts down. It gets watered down. Do you want your drinks watered down?
Nope.
Do you want your Shirley Temple watered down?
No.
Roy Rogers watered down?
No.
We're not watering this down. Okay, so we're going to do the booze. So here's what I like to do. Some people get out a measuring cup. That is my measuring cup. If you ask me how many ounces that is, I'm going to say ½ an ounce. If my wife asks, that's ½ an ounce. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Buffalo Trace, and we're going to do a little surface tension test because we're only going to have one of these, and can you believe it? This thing hasn't been opened up yet. Wow. Somebody's slacking on the job. I tell you what, just because you don't go to work doesn't mean you have to stop working on your Manhattans. Thanks for laughing at that, peanut gallery. Okay, we'll do one of these. So whatever you're doing, I would say, find a pint glass if you're that kind of, some people from the Midwest, they want to do a pint glass. That's fine. I love the Midwest. They just like to, get on it and stay on it. Okay, so we've got that, and which was the Buffalo Trace bourbon. Let me just put this away. Okay, put my little baby away. Then we're going to get the sweet vermouth. And this stuff is pretty rich, I would say. So I'm not going to do, it's your choice. You can do 50% vermouth, 30% vermouth. I'm going to do about 33 1/3 repeating. Okay, that one's for Leroy Jenkins if you're watching out there. So we're done with the sweet vermouth. Can you grab that before a rat runs off with it? Okay. Thank you. And now a little of this orange curacao. This is just to get the dialogue of flavors going, to have a nice conversation. We're not going to drown the cocktail with this stuff. We're just going to put just about that much. It's pretty powerful stuff. That might even be too much. Here, let me take a little off the top.
So nasty.
You know what I just found? The cure for the COVID-19. And I don't have it. I've been drinking this. This must be the cure. Secret's out. USA got it first. Okay, there we go. Put that one, put the top back on. I'd like to give it a little more flourish, but I got to go to flourishing school. I'm going to go to flourishing school right after I get done with finishing school. So, to review. Buffalo Trace Bourbon, Sweet Vermouth, Orange Curacao, Container, and bitters. Some people don't like bitters. They're bitter about bitters. You know what? Nothing personal. I like bitters. Just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail right there. That's actually where that came from. It used to be 2 shakes of a bitter's tail, but somebody came in who liked lambs. This right here, we're just going to put it to the side. That's for the Barbie house. Okay, we have our liquid happiness right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to put ice in there, Cooper. Now, we're not going to go use gas station ice. And you see there's no ice on the table. You know why there's no ice on the table? I don't want it melting, because if you put warm ice in the cocktail, it waters it down. So I just emptied the freezer. We got all fresh ice. I'm going to come over, put some fresh ice in here.
Do you shake it?
Stir.
Do we shake it or stir it?
Stir it and then shake it.
This is like a baby, people. We never shake a baby. We gently stir this little baby. I can feel it coming together. Hello? How are you doing down there? Oh, great. Can't wait to see you. Well, it won't be long. I'm just going to have you guys get along. I like these liqueurs. They're very inclusive. They seem to all work well together. You don't have to have them take a strength finders test, disc personality test. It's already been done. It's going to work great. And then sometimes what you do is you just walk away and let them work it out on their own. I'm going to walk away for a second. I'm sorry, Cooper, do we shake or stir?
Stir.
Stir. Thank you very much. Oh, we're going to just hold off on the last ingredient. I don't want mine watered down. So we're done. I'm going to put the top
Dad, you
to
always
this
shake
massive shaker. Now,
See,
let's
shake
retrieve the ice-cold glass from the freezer.
How do you shake it?
It's been in here getting cold. It's been lonely. Don't worry, we're taking you out of the cold and we're going to warm you up, little martini glass. I like mine straight up. You can have yours over rocks. And now we're going to pour this happiness right in there. And we should be able to see right through it.
Wow. I can't even see her.
You know somebody shook it. If your Manhattan shows up and it is cloudy and there is foam on top and you cannot see through it, you send it right back to the bartender and ask him to remake it because they shook that baby and they just killed your drink. Now, question. We have just enough room to put a piece of fruit in there.
It's
What kind of cherry do we put in there?
Olives.
No, we put olives in a martini. Where have you been? Have you not been listening these last sessions?
That's martini.
This is a Manhattan.
Oh.
Do we put...
It was a little fireball.
Do we put... what kind of cherry do we put in there?
Grenadine cherry.
Grenadine? Maraschino?
No, you have to take out the seed.
Maraschino cherries go on sundaes. They go on ice cream sundaes. They're for children. This is not for children.
Olive.
This is for an adult. So what I would strongly encourage you is to get these French cherries. Again, I tried to pronounce it, but I would just mess it up. And they
Just
are
see it.
brandied. They're absolutely beautiful, like most things in France. These were on display at the Louvre, and what happens is more people went to see these than the Mona Lisa, so they had to take them off display. Cooper, did you know that?
Mona Lisa?
True story.
I know Mona
True story.
Lisa.
We're just gonna put.
Mona Lisa
I'm gonna put 2 in
is,
here because that's how many are on my spoon,
it's a
and they're
faded,
delicious. So
the
we're gonna
greatest
drop them in,
And her
and we are really practicing some
her.
surface tension. I'm gonna put the lid back on. I'll put that little stopper over there, and then we're going to enjoy this vessel of happiness. This is a traditional Manhattan, and I'm not even going to pick it up because it's so full. Cooper, can you come over here? Can you just take a look at this, Coop? Come over here, buddy. How's this thing look to you? Wow, that's almost to the top. Do you think I can drink without spilling it? Tucker, do you want to come over here and look at this thing?
Jeez.
Come on over here and look at it. You can look at it all you want, but you can't touch it. I'm going to show you guys how to make the Manhattan,
It's
not how to drink
shaking.
it. Is it shaking a little
Yeah.
bit?
Perfect.
Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect. Wait, do it again? Do it again? Dad, do it again.
I just took the top off of that. You want me to do it again?
Yeah.
All right. And there you have the steps to happiness. Follow those, and you're looking at the cure to the coronavirus. If it isn't the cure, at least you tried something. Cocktail Crusader, COVID-19 special edition. Look for the next one where I make the Eastern Manhattan.